Hi Guildies, this is a bit of a Magsorc tank, kind of a fun build, thought I'd share with you guys. So it's still a tanking build, but it's built around lightning damage, and the gear sets and abilities are based on that. So this is more for normal dungeons and easier veteran dungeons. Probably can do normal trials, but definitely not veteran trials or the very hard DLC vet dungeons. So this build is based around three prop gear sets. The first one is this one, the Storm Knight plate set. So what does it do? It adds spell resistance, max health, and what actually does the damage is when you take non-physical damage, you have a 10% chance to deal this amount of shock damage to all enemies within a certain range. So this effect can occur once every 6 seconds. So as a tank, we're always taking damage because we're taunting and getting hit on. So the first part of the build is based on having 5 pieces of the Storm Knight's plate, and the second set is based on the Thunderbug's Carapace set, which adds physical resistance, spell damage, and also when we take physical damage instead of non-physical damage, which was a storm plate, so we take physical damage, we have a chance to deal shock damage in a 5-meter radius. So Storm Knight, when we take like spell damage, or from casters, we will proc lightning damage. For the Thunderbug set, second set I'm wearing, is when we take physical damage, we will also proc shock damage, right? And I am also putting this with the Ilambris set, right? So Ilambris adds max magicka, and whenever we deal flame or shock damage, we'll have a chance to summon a meteor shower of that damage type. So basically, the Storm Knight and the Thunderbug procs can actually proc Ilambris together. What's our stats? So I'm a magicka based build with 27k max magicka buffed, about 28k max health buff on my primary bar, and about 18k max stamina on my primary bar as well. Quite high spell resistance unbuffed, and reasonable physical resistance unbuffed. Let me try buffing myself. Resistances you can get. So I'm using lightning form to get the resistances. So I'm setting about 35k, which is way past the spell resistance cap, and about 26k physical resistance. So the resistance cap is about 33k, right? So obviously for like vet trials, if I don't have that high physical resistance, then I have a risk of taking a lot of physical damage, right? So what skills am I using? On my front bar as a tank, I'm using Pierce Armor to taunt. For resource management, using Dark Deal to convert whatever magicka I have into stamina. So if I'm blocking, I can recover magicka and use this ability to restore some stamina. The only problem with Dark Deal is because it's a channel ability, it cannot be block casted. It means I can't cast it while blocking. Casting this will drop block, so it's kind of dangerous if you have an incoming heavy attack from a very powerful boss. So for very hard content, probably not suitable. One way to mitigate this is to use like a spell wall or shield wall ultimate, low cost ultimate that doesn't auto block while we can channel the Dark Gale. So the second ability is to have Liquid Lightning as an AoE, because this can also proc Ilambris, right? And obviously you're gonna have some tanking abilities like Absorb Magic for the reduced block cost and increased block damage, and also Heroic Slash for the debuff and to gain minor heroism for ultimate. Now the best CC ability is Absorption Field that I use on the primary bar. This is like the longest stun in the game, so it can stun enemies for about 12 seconds. So in the back bar, I'm using a lightning staff. If you're playing a trial or a hard dungeon, you might want to go both sword and shield, or one hand and shield for both bars. But I'm using lightning staff because lightning attacks can also proc Ilambris and also helps with Magicka regen. So I'm using Inner Fire as a main taunt. Boundless Storm, which is the morph of lightning form. This will provide major resolve and major ward to increase the physical and spell resistance. Power Surge. Now this is our main heal. Activate this. Every crit that we get from any of the procs, either from Storm Knight, Thunderbug, Ilambris, will heal us, as well as any other attacks that we use, right? The second thing I'm using is Blockade of Storms. This adds some AoE damage. We're going for pure tanking with one hand and shield on this bar. Probably you can replace it with Hardened Ward as a damage shield, and use Restraining Prison as a crowd control CC route to make sure that mobs don't get away, so they stay within the AoE damage range. And then finally, Aggressive Horn for group support to increase damage of our DPS members in the party. So I'll just have basic rotation is the Lightning Ward on, damage, Power Surge for heal, and then Blockade of Storm, and then you can see how that works. Again, Storm, boom. It's quite high DPS for PvE tank though. So, Storm, Surge. Okay, I can actually trade prison in it and utilize it with my bar. Flash. And you can see the Thunderbug proc. And just standing there and block. I'm getting hit. I'll proc damage AoEs from Ilambris, Thunderbug, and Storm Knight's Blade. So this is not best in slot, it's just a fun build. Easy to play. Just stand there and just do damage, especially good for trash fights, as long as you have Surge, which heals you while active. While active, dealing a critical strike heals you for a certain amount of health. This effect can occur once every 1 second, so it's about 3k of health for me. My tooltip, every 1 second I get about 3k of health if I am able to crit every second. Because there's so many AoEs going on, so many ticks, it's possible that that can happen. Okay, just thought I'd share this. Let me know what you guys think.